Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So I'm here today with my review of the new Apple MagSafe Battery Pack. And this is it, right here. It goes on the back of your iPhone and it charges it using the MagSafe charging coil. We're not a stranger to this technology, but what they have done is they have put it in this portable battery pack function. And also it works as a MagSafe charger because it will charge, it has pass-through charging while it's plugged in. So it'll charge your phone while it's plugged into the cable, and you can take it on the go. And it costs $100, $99 plus tax. Here in Texas, that's $108.25, if you will. But it's really interesting. I'm not going to sit here and just directly bash it because, you know, it's very expensive for what it is. We get that. That's what happens when you buy an Apple product. And still, the saying is, yes, it just works. And it works very well. It's the most efficient wireless charging thing I have ever tested or seen in my life. So there is some Apple magic going on here. But at the end of the day, it still only gives you about 50% of a charge on your iPhone 12. So it's nothing groundbreaking that's going to save like your entire phone. It's not going to charge your phone all the way up on the go, but it does give you a little bit of extra juice. And I want to talk about all these different things in here because there's something really interesting that I can't explain going on with this charger, and I want to talk about it. But before we get into that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's talk about the MagSafe Battery Pack. So, we're going to have to do some math in public. Yes, I know we hate this. I hate this. It's not my strong suit. I am not a mathematician. I'm not an engineer. I'm just a fly-by-night tech reviewer guy that likes to make videos. So, this right here, the Apple MagSafe Battery Pack, it's got 1,460 milliamp battery hours in it. It's basically what it is, 1460 milliamp. And when you look at that, on paper, that is the biggest waste of $100 you could possibly think of. But after you actually use it, I mean, it's still kind of a waste of $100. But it's really surprising because the MagSafe battery technology that's in here, it transfers 100% of those milliamps, at least from my testing. That is the anomaly because normally when you have wireless transfer through Qi wireless charging, which is this charging standard that it uses, you lose about 40% efficiency. I mean, depending on the charging not the charging technology, but depending on the manufacturer and the product. For instance, I have the Anker one as well, and my Anker one, it's 5,000 milliamps, and it actually only transfers about 3,000. Why? Because it requires energy to transfer energy. So you're using energy to send it over. In addition to that, it's inefficient because it's not a straight pipe connection like if you have a charging cable. So you lose some power there. So there are 2,915 milliamps in the battery in the iPhone 12, which is what I'm recording with. And I can't show it because I'm recording with it. I've got my iPhone 12 Pro Max here. It's got a larger battery. But for my purposes here, I use the iPhone 12. Now, the Anker MagSafe Battery Pack, it will transfer one full charge. Like basically the iPhone 12, it'll charge it to 100%. That's 2,915 milliamps. It's 5,000 milliamps. So effectively, you're only getting 60% of the battery. You're not getting 100% of the 5,000 milliamps. Interstage right, you have the Apple MagSafe Battery Pack. It's 1,460 milliamps, but it's transferring all of them. All 1,460 are transferred to the phone with this one, and I tested it out. I put my phone, I used it, well, I didn't use it, I had it in standby mode, so the screen was off, it was just sitting there. I only checked it every 30 minutes to see how much it was charging at. So every 30 minutes I looked. When I first started it, my phone was at 25%. When it got done and the MagSafe battery pack died, it was at 81%. That is 56% of the battery that it charged. No other wireless charging battery pack would do that. It's basically the equivalent of if you had a 3,000 milliamp battery pack. Because if you had a 3,000 milliamp battery pack, you would only get about 1,700 milliamps. Somehow or another, they found some way to squeeze every single one of the little last milliamps out of this like a lemon into your phone. And I don't know how they did it. Now, we're going to talk about the price aspect of this now, because as magical as that is, it's still not one full charge. And if you're using your phone simultaneously while you're charging it, you're going to get less of a battery charge. I mean, it's not going to charge all the way up to 81%. It's going to help maintain and treat it like the battery, and it's going to draw from it while you're using it. So it's still a nice thing to have, but at $100, that is a lot of money for only half a battery. Whenever you can spend like $44, $45 and get the Anker one and get 100% charge on your iPhone 12. You get less than that. You get over 80% charge on an iPhone 12 Pro Max, if I remember correctly. You get a full charge on a 12 mini, and you get about a full charge on the iPhone 12 Pro. So when you look at it, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, the efficiency is just off the charts. It doesn't make sense. And I don't know if jerry-rig everything is going to tear this thing down. I'm not cutting into a battery and blowing myself or setting myself on fire. I'm sorry. You guys are just not worth that. I'm not going to put myself at danger. And plus, it was $100. So having used it, I did a complete drain on it. I charged my phone up, completely depleted the battery, and I got 56% battery on my iPhone 12. That's all right. And if you're happy with spending $100 to get a 50% charge on your phone effectively, go for it. Like, if you want to grab one of these, throw it on your phone, have the extra battery, and you can see here it's very, very thick. Like, it's not thin by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually, I think, it's actually like a hair thicker than the actual iPhone 12 Pro Max. I mean, so this is thicker than the iPhone. And yeah, it seems like it's actually a little bit thicker. So it's nice, it's convenient. People are going to argue about that because, yeah, look at this. And this is on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Could you imagine putting this on an iPhone 12? It's almost the same size as the phone, and it's thicker than the phone. So you would think that you would get more juice out of it than that. Like, I don't know how. I'll put this side by side with the Anker one. It's actually a little bit thinner than the Anker one. So if people are going to criticize the Apple one, you definitely need to criticize this one. But at the same point in time, 5,000 milliamps, that gives you a full charge on an iPhone 12 for $45 versus 1,460 milliamp hours, which actually transfers all of that. So yeah, it's the equivalent basically of almost getting a 3,000 milliamp battery bank. But at the end of the day, it costs twice as much as this one, and this one gives you a full charge, and this one doesn't. Now, there are some other nice things. You can effectively use this as a MagSafe charger. So if you don't want to buy a MagSafe charger and you want to get this guy right here, it's actually pretty neat. You can plug it into your lightning charging cord, which is nice. I've got one right here. So you plug it in, it turns it into a charger. So all you have to do is take your phone after that, connect it onto here, and it's going to be charging your phone. So that's nice. It does pass through. It's not something where it charges the battery, then you unplug it and the battery charges your phone. It actively charges your phone first, and then it will fill up the battery. So that way you can top it off, and then all you have to do is unplug it, and then you can carry it like this. So if you're somebody who likes to have an iPhone, you like to have the charger, you like to have the portability, yeah, there are some neat things going on here. But at the end of the day, it's still $100, and I have a hard time advocating for that. You guys know that I like to advocate for, the best bang for your buck, the best thing you can get for your money. And as marvelous as this charging technology is, $100 is a lot. There are a lot of other alternatives out there that use the same technology, just like this Anker one that you can throw on the back of your phone, just like this. It'll do the same thing, and you'll actually get a full charge. So $45 for a full charge, $100 for half a charge. It's kind of a no-brainer in my book. If you really just love Apple stuff, if you want this, I mean, they don't even have other colors. I hope they come out with other colors one day. That would be great if they would match. Like, if I could get a purple one to go with my purple iPhone 12, or if I could get a Pacific blue one to go with my wife's Pacific blue iPhone 12 Pro Max, then we'd be talking. Then we're accessorizing. We're not just charging. And it would still be a lot of money, but at least there would be an extra incentive to go ahead and buy one, So I think it's neat. It's really novel technology. I don't know how in the world they managed to squeeze every last milliamp out of this thing. Maybe we'll figure that out one day. I don't really know. I don't know if it's because there's an NFC technology that helps get an optimum, like lines up the magnets correctly, or if there's some sort of a software thing where it manages the heat and the efficiency for transferring. I don't know. That's something that we'll have to maybe figure out one day. But at face value, about 56% battery recharge on an iPhone 12. I have a hard time saying that's worth $100. So I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to bash it. They've made a good product. I mean, it looks like it's a nice product. It's solid. It's built well. I don't think it looks hideous on the back of the phone. Of course, that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Talking about math, talking about economics, it's not something that makes sense for me. It's not something that makes sense for a lot of people. But if you've got money pouring out of your wallet, if you want to go use your Apple Card and buy it that way, you can get it any which way from Sunday, however you want to buy it. But I would rather spend my $45 and get this guy right here from Anker than get this one right here from Apple, which gives you half as much charge for twice as much money. So that's all I've got in this video. I think it's a neat product. I think it's cool. It does, you know, it's a 2021 product. And I think one of the reasons they're coming out with this now is we're anticipating the higher refresh rates on the new iPhone. And that's going to burn up more battery. So I think in an effort to keep their phones slim, they're putting this out now. That way, as soon as the phone comes out, you can go ahead and have one of these, and it doubles as a MagSafe charger. You can connect it to your phone. You get extra battery. Maybe this will help offset the battery drain that you're going to get. And some people are also like, well, why don't you just get a battery case? Well, a battery case is not universal. One, I don't like being stuck using a battery case. I like to use this guy right here, my MagSafe silicone case from Apple, the official one. So this right here, I can use it on my phone. I can hand it to my wife. She can use it on her phone. And one other point, just to point out real quick, it even works with other phones because it's the Qi wireless charging standard. This is my S21 Ultra. You can charge it as well. So it's not a discriminator when it comes to other phones that have wireless charging, which means you can use this on previous versions of iPhone as well. The only issue is, you know, it's not going to have the MagSafe. The MagSafe is a new thing for the cases for the iPhone 12. So that's all I got in this video. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully this helped you make your decision if you want to pick one up or not. Like I said, I don't understand how they've done it, but I drained it, I tested it, I did the math, and there we have it. So that's all I got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.